Hello. Huskies back again with more Washington Capitals GM mode franchise mode commentary. Last video we took care of the year 4 offseason. I think that's what it was. We made a big deal. We traded the face of the franchise since he was drafted, Alexander Ovechkin, for Patrick Laine. I'm not entirely sure what to expect from this team. We're also was suggested to put Frazee on this fourth line just because he might be able to score playing on this fourth line. Hopefully the two-way forwards make up for his lack of defense, but he's got good offensive awareness, he's got a good shooting. This fourth line just needs someone to put goals on the board so that they can not be so heavily minus. But yeah, the team's already the same. We have the addition of Rasmussen and Embrich. I mean, in theory, these lines should work. Kind of disappointed Drouin's only an 85. And something I also did was I traded Ryan Spooner, who had just signed. I traded him to Boston with a first round or a second round pick. I don't remember what pick I used, but I brought back Torrey Krug, a solid offensive defenseman. He's on a rather friendly deal in comparison to the rest of my defense. The only issue with that is it leaves me with Madison Bowie here, just chilling, scratched. So I might try to move Bowie, or I'll put him. What I'll do is I'll put him on the trade block now, and see what he brings back. He doesn't have the highest trade value. All right, I gotta turn the fan on. Sorry if it makes any noises. I was trying to see how recording without the fan on went, but it's just too warm in here today. And if I were to open the window, there is some crazy wind going on outside today. Let me remove my forward and change this to defense. Oh, that's goalie. I want defense. There it is. I think Bowie's 25, so we'll do to 28. Another person I might look to move is Alzner. Maybe not during the season, but definitely come off season because he's starting to get. No, excuse me. He's starting to get up there in age. Like if I go to propose trade, let's see what I'm working with here. So, Carlson and Laine, those are probably not going anywhere. I got Chenyang, Draisaitl, Kuznetsov, Rasmussen, who should, I mean, ideally he'll get to like an 85 or an 86, even an 87 maybe. He's only a top 6 potential. He's got high top 6 potential, but still only top 6. Mitch Marner, I would like to see get to an 83 or an 85 or an 86. Not so sure that'll happen though. Jonathan Drouin probably capped out. He might get to an 86. So here I've got Alzner, who's 32 years old. He makes 4.1. He's on his last year of his deal. I probably won't end up bringing him back anyway. He's a nice defensive defenseman to have, but I can find a cheaper option at probably the same overall, especially with the trade pieces I have. Like I have a couple rookies I can trade. I have a couple like guys down here I can pack together and move. I've got Bowie I can move as well. I don't know how many more seasons I'm going to do, because this is year 5. So it was a first round pick for Krug. I think I'm going to do 3 more years with this Washington team. Because I want to see, like, this is the first time since Ovechkin was drafted that this team doesn't have Ovechkin and Backstrom. So I want to see if I can win. I already won a cup with Ovechkin. I want to see if I can win a cup with Washington without Ovechkin. Oh, Jonathan Drouin, nice. I think I made the necessary moves to fill that gap. Draisaitl, nice. We're going to win a season opener. Oh, Braden Jordanstall. Oh, Jeff Skinner, I spoke too soon. I'm just interested to see if Laine can fill the holes of Ovechkin. Like, can he put up 40 goals? Can he put up 50 goals even? Like, he's only an 89 right now. Went to a shootout, yep. And they went in the shootout. Nolan Patrick. I jinxed us. I knew I shouldn't have said anything. But yeah, I'm interested to see if, like, this team still has 95 offense. Like, that hasn't changed despite trading away both of my 90 overall forwards. And again, as you can see from the preseason at the top of the page, I think we went 6-1 in the preseason. We did the same thing last year. I think we went 7-0, and we couldn't even make the playoffs. So, just not entirely sure what to expect from this team, because the third line still, I have some question marks about it. I have very young players that I think I'm going to run into the same issue I ran into with Vancouver come playoff time, is now I don't have the necessary poise to make it. Like, when we won the Cup with Washington, we went 3 straight series of all Game 7s, and we won all 3 Game 7s, only to win the Cup in 5. And I'm pretty sure poise had a lot to do with that, because we had veterans on the team, we had skilled players on the team. So I'm not entirely sure how this team will do come playoff time, if we even make the playoffs. So we'll have to wait and see how it goes. We're not off to a fantastic start here. I mean, we're 500, but considering we started 4-1, we're 1-6-0 since then. And it's been mentioned in previous videos, but the next GM mode I'm going to do is a relocation GM mode. I haven't decided what team I want to move yet. I really don't want to move Arizona, because I feel like everybody moves Arizona. I think I'm going to try to take a different team and move them. I think the teams that I want to move in that are either Carolina, the Islanders, going off of their real life arena issues, where the Barclays Center said they weren't going to accept them back, or they're kicking the Islanders out after next season. So the Islanders, the Hurricanes, I think that's really it. I don't have any interest in moving any other teams. I mean, Florida's technically one of them, but Florida's already got a good team. I don't think Florida would give much of a challenge in terms of building a team. Like with the Islanders and the Hurricanes, they don't have much. I mean, the Islanders have Tavares and Leddy. They don't have goaltending. They don't have much depth scoring. They've got some good young forwards. They've got Del Cole. They've got Barzell. They've got Strome. They've got Hamonic. They have a good core, but they just need some work around the edges. Carolina doesn't have much of anything. They have Jordan Staal and Noah Haffinen. That's really it. Oh, Torrey Krug is out for a couple days, so we can just replace him. So yeah, it's either Carolina or Arizona. Now I moved. What's funny is I did that. I've mentioned the Twitch BGM that I've done for here and there, and the first team I moved, I started because I wanted to move somebody. The first team I moved in that one was Arizona. Like, I took over Arizona. No, I'm sorry. I took over Carolina, and I moved Carolina from Carolina to, I think I moved them to Minnesota? No, I moved them to Milwaukee. I moved them to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, because I felt like Wisconsin needs an NHL team. And I was in the process of rebuilding that team. Like, I just traded Jordan Staal. I had the 2nd overall pick. I took the Papugav, the Russian forward in the first draft, with a top 5 pick. But they fired me after 2 seasons. Like, I didn't even get to see my team progress to a winning status. So they fired me. I took over Arizona and promptly moved Arizona to Saskatoon, and went on to build them like fantastically. All right, so we're 22-11-2. I was kind of not talking about our win streak that we had going on there, because we were playing really well. I didn't want to jinx it, because I have a tendency to do that. And one thing I want to check is, before I check the player stats, is I want to check the goalie stats, because I feel like I forgot to change rotation. He's only played 4 games, so I need to check that. I might have rotation off. I'm hoping I don't, but I might. So Draisaitl's 34 points, 35 games. Embrick has 33 points in 35 games. That's pretty good for a second line player. He's already up to an 85. He's playing good. Laine's got 16 goals. That's good. That's what I wanted to see. He's got 33 points. Kuznetsov has 29. Drouin has 27. So Drouin's not scoring. I don't know who's scoring on that line to give them all those points, but who's the third member of that first line? Oh, Galchenyuk. Well, I might have to drop Galchenyuk to the second line, to be honest. Mitch Marner's got 23 points on the third line. Carlson's got 22. Carlson's a plus 15. Pouliot's a plus 12. Turklug's a plus 10. That fourth line's a plus. Rasmussen has 18 points. He's down on 82 though? Why is he down? Oh, because he just lost morale. Okay, that's why. Gallagher's doing well. Gallagher's got 15 goals on that second line. God damn. Is he on the second line? No, he's on the third line. He's playing with he's playing with Marner and I don't know what my lines are. I'm pretty sure my second line is Kuznetsov, Gallagher, and no, my second line is Kuznetsov, Embrich, and Drouin. Yeah, so I don't know how that line's scoring. I might move Kuznetsov to that first line. That might open up. That might get Laine more scoring opportunities because he's got better offensive awareness. Although Kuznetsov won't win as many faceoffs, but he's got better puck skills, better senses. I don't know. I might leave that up to. Alright, so Madison Bowie's a -1, but he's only played one game. Alzner's a +8. Larson's a +6. Stetcher's a +4. Fraze has 10 points on that fourth line, so he's doing alright. He's an 85. He's an 85 on the fourth line. God damn. Komarov's a +3. He's got 13 points. So I mean, this team's looking good right now. And I mean, obviously, Holtby's doing just fine back there. His goals against average is a little high. 2.4. It's not okay. That's not as bad as I thought it was. Got a 920 save percentage. I need to check to see if auto rotate goalies is on though, because that needs to be on. It's not realistic for Holtby to play 80 games. Ovechkin leading the team in points. God damn it. He has 53 points, and him and Scheifele, man. God damn. Well, I mean, that's kind of what I expected. I think he's going to retire after this year, so I don't really mind that trade. And Nick Patan, just because he's playing with Ovechkin. Nolan Patrick down here, is he still 95? Yep. Eichel's still at 98. No, he's down to 98. He was 99. God damn. I knew that the fucking Ovechkin would come back to form if I traded him. That's fine. That doesn't bother me. It's what happens. So we're first in the division right now. We're looking good. We're looking very good. I'm actually going to make that move. We've lost a couple games, so we're not on that big streak anymore. I'm going to put Kuznetsov on this first line. Oh, Embrich is on the third line? Well, I kind of want to do this then, because Rasmussen's not really performing. So if I put Embrich up here with Galchenyuk and Drouin, Gallagher scoring on this third. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll see how that goes. I would love Rasmussen to be useful, because he's a power forward. He's 6'4", 206. This Embrich kid's doing well, though. He's got 92 offensive awareness, so I think he can really... He might be able to... He might even be that first-line center spot if he progresses well enough. No, he's not. Maybe he'll be enough to excite Drouin, though. That 92 offensive awareness. Let me check my player morale real quick. Because if Madison Bowie's upset, he might be traded sooner than later. He's upset. Yeah, he's upset. I might have to trade him before his overall starts to drop. I might just trade him for like a second-round pick or something. Alright, so February. Let's go till here. Because he's only playing. I mean, I was kind of expecting people to get hurt. Maybe they will. Maybe they will later. I mean, they'll get hurt after I trade him, of course, but right now this team's rolling, man. I mean, this is... I was expecting like defensive issues, maybe some goaltending or some lack of goal scoring. Not goaltending. Braden Holtby's been a horse, but and I didn't check the goddamn auto rotate goalies. Let me check to make sure that's on. I have a feeling it's off. Yeah, it's off. Damn it. I wonder how long that's been off. Hopefully not too long. Man, the Rangers finally looking like a real team in this. Usually they don't do anything. Like, they don't get good until... They don't get good ever in these. They peak real early and then don't ever replace what retires. Like, Rick Nash leaves, Lundqvist leaves. They never replace the goalie. Embrich is out till the 26th. I can just replace him with Freiberg. Actually, Wingles might have gotten replaced up there. Tyler Bozak's hurt. Alright, so remember how I said people weren't getting hurt? Oh, that changed real quick. So we played 3 straight quality games. Freiberg's hurt. Alright, so we just had 3 people get hurt in 4 straight games. So now I think I have a defenseman playing forward. Yeah, Bowie was playing forward, but now Bozak can go in. Now, that was a mess. Actually, I'm going to leave Wingles up there. Oops, I didn't mean to hit B. Actually, that's fine. Freiberg, do I even want to put him in? I don't think I do. He's an 81. Yeah, no, I don't want to put Freiberg in. But yeah, like I said, with the Rangers, certain teams in this just don't know how to rebuild. The computer doesn't. New York's definitely one of them. Like, they rely on Lundqvist until he retires, but they never bother to even try to replace him. They always take on these bad veteran picks, or like they usually trade for Zetterberg or Sedin. And they just struggle. They never re-sign JT Miller. They never re-sign Chris Kreider. They usually let Hayes walk. Them and Detroit's another one. Detroit never builds properly in this. Rasmussen is injured with a mild concussion. That's fine. Detroit, they start off right. They trade Zetterberg. They usually trade Howard. They'll trade Cronwall. They'll get Young, but they won't ever progress into anything. Like, they'll put all their hope into Dylan Larkin and Riley Shahan and these young kids. Nope, not Freiberg. And they just never turn into anything. That and they never get goaltending. They always let Mrazek go after year 3. And he's never higher than 86. So, I mean, they're not a very impressive team. And that just happens with certain teams in GM mode, that they just don't do anything. I mean, Washington's one of those teams once Ovechkin retires. I haven't really played far enough to see how they rebuild. But because the draft is so bad the first couple seasons, sorry, I got a notification about a free agent on my phone. But because of the early years draft is so bad, a lot of these teams that have these expiring superstars, like the Penguins, the Capitals, even the Hawks, like once you get past years 3, 4, 5, they don't have anything. Pulled a groin, so he's out a couple of weeks. I probably should actually change my lines there. Jay Brook for a third. Isn't he just a random defenseman? 70, 21 years old. He's got a really good shot. And what do they want for him? Just a third? They're not the best. Yeah, sure. I'll make that deal. So we're doing really well. Tommy Wingles is currently on the first line because Draisaitl's hurt, so that might hurt us in this little stretch here. But maybe not. Maybe that two-way forward will just keep going. But either way, this is by far the best season we've had. And it's our first year sans Ovechkin. And look at the Jets, man. 41, 15, and 5. Like, we have a 12-point lead on the Islanders. Goddamn. Alright, so let's see. Patrick Laine leading team in points. Not a point per game player, but he's got 29 goals. I'm not upset with that at all. If he can be a 40-goal scorer, that's all he needs to be. Kuznetsov, and I think that putting Kuznetsov up there really kind of kicked him off. Draisaitl's doing good. I mean, that first line's a +7, +1, +10. Embrich is 48 points. He's a +18. Galchenyuk's a plus 11. Carlson's a plus 31. Pouliot's a plus 25. Marner's a plus 23. Gallagher's got 18 goals. Right now, Rasmussen's down there with him. Rasmussen's struggling. He's not transitioning well to the NHL game. Is he still a third line scorer? I almost want to send him down. Fraser has 17 points in that fourth line. Wingles has 3 points. I mean, he's Wingles. Has Bowie? No, I didn't go far enough down. Bowie still has 1 game played. Yep. Still 1 game played. Is he still really unhappy? Yeah, he's still unhappy. He's still an 83 though, so he hasn't lost his trade value yet. Komarov, I mean, this team is doing fantastic. Like, I have no complaints on this team. Dominique's gotten in there a few times. He's doing pretty well. I mean, all things considered. Holtby though, 213, 928 save percentage, 8 shutouts. Yeah, Holtby's doing really well. Let's see how just like well Ovechkin's doing. Okay, Ovechkin's kind of cooled off. Line is only down by 3 goals to him. I would love Line to outscore Ovechkin goal-wise. He's got 70 points, though. Sagan at 72, Kane at 71. I thought about going for Sagan, but he's got full trade value. Tavares, I couldn't get him. Taves and Kane make too much, because they're still on their 10-year... Yeah, they're still on their $10 million deals. Panarin would have been nice, but he never really scores. He just kind of feeds off the other ones. So if I sort by goals, where's Line A at? Oops. Line A's like 10th, right? 3, 6, yeah, he's 10th. Burakovsky's got 26. He went to Minnesota. Oh, he's outscoring Drouin, and I kept Burakovsky over Drouin. Kind of deserve that, I think. So do I have any AHL guys doing well? Rodin's doing alright. Partanen. Nobody really. These guys aren't like... These are all NHLers. And I don't have a goalie down here, do I? No, I don't. Come on, man. 20 minutes in. I'm actually going to call this one a little shorter than usual. When we come back to the next episode, I'll finish off the season, and I'll open it by trading... I'll probably trade Bowie. That'll be my first move of the next video, and then I'll finish off the season. So expect these to be a little shorter episodes. I really don't have to do much. I mean, the team's 40, 18, and 3. Like, I don't have to win. I don't have to make any trades, so yeah. I'll end this one a little quick today and get this uploaded. But yeah, as always, comment if you are on board with a Bowie trade, just for something, because he doesn't have a spot on the team. Probably a prospect. I might try to find a goalie prospect, because right now I don't have any. I don't know how long Holtby's going to be here. Well, yeah, leave a like for no Ovechkin, but almost first in the NHL in points. And as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.